What's going on, guys? It's your man Gerard Kenneth. So we're gonna get started today. A little bit of today. Uh, with making a song. So yeah, let's make a song. Pretty corny and cheesy. Of course, I'm in free loop again. Right now I'm about to mess with some keys. We're gonna see how that goes. Yeah, I gotta make sure something like that, right? I want you guys to hear what I'm going to sample. It's a piece of a song by Victor Manuel, and it's called Pensamientos y Palabras, right? So thoughts and words. I'm not gonna go into too much detail with his song, but basically he's just like, yo, I'm going on with my life. I sample a part of the chorus, and I'm kind of like celebrating the fact that I'm no longer in an unhealthy relationship, or I'm not dealing with unhealthy relationships. I really had to examine myself and like, well, what is it about me that why am I attracting these types of chicks? Something ain't right. And so, well, one, I was still wrestling with naivety, right? The other thing was that I kept looking at potential, just like, I'm like, oh, I want somebody to look at the potential in me, but it's like, but if they're not producing anything, they're not producing good character. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You can see all this energy in the world, but if you know that they're using that energy for something else, then you're wasting your time, my guy. In any case, I'm not gonna get into all that. Let me let you go ahead and hear the sample that I'm using it. And this is just a piece of it. I like this particular sample. It was in my head a couple of days ago, and I was like, I want to use it. I want to use it. So I was wrestling with, like, how am I going to use it? And I was grabbing all these other different samples. I was like, you know what? I want to use that part because of what he's saying. Right. This is what I got so far. Let's pull up the pattern. Should be pattern one. Yeah. Really simple. Right? Pretty traditional. But real quick, I already got this set up. But when I actually sample, I use this a certain way, so I'm not going to use that guy first. But usually when I sample, you go to envelope. An envelope is going to look like this. I don't touch this. Well, I don't ever touch that. But I do touch this. So I touch my attack, my hold, my decay, my sustain, and my release time. All right. So when I'm sampling, let's go to this one specifically. It's gonna always look like this. So when I put it to auto, that's how it's gonna sound. But when we sample and you're messing with the multiplicator, it makes it sound different. But I always put it on auto. And then I just control it based on the beat of the song. So this is a natural song, as far as like I'm sure there's a metronome somewhere, but there's points in the song where it slows down. Okay, and I think you guys heard me talk about that with En Cámara Lenta, or Slow Motion by Karina Pasian, right? I wonder if she looked at that video. Probably not, because they're famous. Who looks at that? Let's play it. Whoops, we're not recording. So we'll see. Oh, I forgot that I played that note. Tag, the release is a certain way. The ratio is infinity to 1 versus 1 to 1 or whatever. So I think we're going to be good. All right, guys, what's going on? And we're back, new day. So I ended up getting a another VST from Native. So yeah, money. So let's go ahead and let's see if I can go ahead real quick and at least add the bass line source. So we'll see how that goes. And I already messed up. I'm gonna give it a different bass line than what is on the original song. Alright, cool. So we'll fix that. We'll try that. So we go back because we're changing it a little bit. Alright, we want this to be smooth. Right, because during the 70s, whenever they did salsa, man, them bass players was just letting that thing wail like it was a guitar. So I'm gonna give that a bounce. Bounce right here. Ba-da-da-da. Right. All right. So we'll see how that turned out. Let's go here. So we gotta actually. Whoops. All right, so I actually have to push this back because I started out late, and I might leave the other ones there. All right, that's what I try to do. So I can do the. That's what I needed. Hopefully it can record that. Let's see. That's what I wanted. So you're gonna right click, you're gonna go to link controller. You wanna leave this all at default, just move it, and it's gonna do that, right? And we're gonna keep it like that. And we wanna keep that repeated. All right. So when we actually go here and we hit F7 and we're gonna go to control and we're gonna go to channel pitch, and that's gonna be the thing that actually changes. So it's gonna keep going all the way through. So we're gonna have to cut that. All right. All right. So that's what we wanted to do, right? So let's record it, and we're gonna do it at a certain timing. Here we go. So right. So we gotta fix that because apparently it didn't go through. Right. So we're gonna do it again. Channel pitch. That's what it's supposed to do. And there you go. Now with your instruments, you got your pitch bends. So we're gonna go back into the piano roll. This is annoying, by the way. We're gonna go back into the piano roll. We're gonna go to channel pitch, and we're gonna bring everything right here at the beginning. And click it. So now we should be able to control it more. Let's. There we go. There. That's how it should look. So whenever you're dealing with the pitch roll and that, just remember that you're gonna have to control a lot of this stuff here because it's gonna annoy your soul. This is a reverb that I usually use all the time, the original Fruity reverb. In this case, we'll do like a large haul. We're gonna make it warm and we're gonna bring that up. Pre-delay, I'll leave it like that. The decay, we're gonna reset it to that, but I always do this as an extreme and just turn that off, and then I just bring it down. I turn up the reverb, I turn down the dry. I usually have a room space of 100. Pre-delay, I don't really mess with as much. All this stuff here, I leave it alone, and then I just turn it down to taste, because I'm gonna end up turning down the vocals anyways for this. So you hear how delayed it sounds? Turn the amplio down some. So what I'm gonna have to do with remember I was talking about the compressor. I messed with the compressor, bring it down to taste. So we're gonna actually, cause it's actually hard. It comes in hard. So let's do it like that. So we're bringing the threshold all the way back. And if I bring this up here to maybe 5, right, so here we go to the beat. Right. So we got to figure out something because I could probably add another effect to this since we're adding effects at the same time. And I'm actually going to give this a filter as well, a similar filter. Let's see, what filter was it again? Was it the regular Fruity filter? Probably. And then I think we made this, like tiny speakers. So you hear it? Because we want some swag with that joint. Yeah, so let's bring that back. And there's going to be this homeboy here. And sometimes instruments do this, so you see it's at way at the zero, the C0. So it starts right there. Right. Real easy. And we're gonna add some bongos to the other one. So we gotta go up to a different location. I think it's here. Let's turn. Yep, there we go. And then what we're gonna do is cut that back some. Leave it, let it ring out a little bit. A little bit more. There we go. All right, we should be straight. Oh, what? I hate when boy, be careful what y'all clicking. Good grief, that's annoying. Cowbell. Yeah, I like that little Let's see. All right, so I'm back real quick. I'm about to go and leave to the gym. I need to add a snare. And remember how I was going for my rusty, trusty dusties? There's a particular snare I always use when I'm making like kind of like trap soul beats. You can't go wrong with the rusty, trusty. This is for me. Like you can tell it's my sound because I grew up listening to this stuff, man. Shout out to Little John, man. Shout out to the producer Little John, man. My man basically created trap. Him and David Banner and the brothers from College Park, you know what I mean? College Park. Now cut it. And then we do it like that and we turn it up. And what I'm gonna do is go here, the pattern 2. And we're gonna add it there. And of course these are all hand claps. What is this? That's a snare that I don't even use. I thought about using it. That's another snare. Rusty Trusty. You cannot go wrong with this. Now what I'm gonna do differently is I think I'm gonna do a snare, but a reversal snare. Yeah. Right, so we push it back this way. Right. So we want to make sure that it comes in a certain way. So we're gonna actually fade it out. Yep. And we want to make sure and we're going to push this back and we're going to add a decay to it because it's going to turn down a little bit. And actually do it a little release. No, we're going to do a decay. So let's go to it. And we're going to bring this back a little bit because we want to still hit it crisp of the snap. I mean the crisp of the snare. So let's bring it back. So it turns it down. Now let's add this. Right, so it softens it a little bit. Now when we add that all into it, so actually we want to put it right there. Instead of on a 2, we want to put it on a 4. Like in that area. Turn it down a little bit. Right? right? Then add a little snare, doom, cat, 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 and we still need the Lil Jon Rusty Trusty clap because it goes so good with it. And we'll bring this up a little bit. And actually, we'll pan that over some, and then we'll pan that over some. There we go. Alright, what's going on? We're just gonna get back into it. Made some changes. I added another kick to double it up. And I still got it, excuse me. And I still gotta edit some stuff to you know, make it sound good. I think you guys heard what I had so far. Change the bass line. So I was trying to get sound like my grandmama. I was trying to put Nexus on here, but I don't think it worked out. Well, actually, let me find out. In the words of Romeo Santos, let me find out. Why does he talk like that? He actually has a really raspy voice when he talks. All right. So much life going on, y'all, because I got to do this a certain way. All right. So I got Nexus on here. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So I'm thinking of what to do. I could probably give it a pad. I could probably switch it up. Cause that's wild. Maybe I could try that. No. I like that voicey pad 4. That's giving it a ghostly vibe. I like that because you got sequences on here too. Check this out. And you know, I like that. That's actually pretty dope. It's like I said, I want to try it, but it's something's missing. What I'm really trying to avoid is going back to my bread and butter, which is literally my 3x oscillator. Like I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to fool with that. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling it. I hate it when you're not feeling it, but I'm really not feeling that. The best thing I could probably do is add strings. Make this into strings. It's just that vibe. It's like I'm not feeling this. So we're gonna go to companion strings. I'm not feeling this, and I think I need to take a break. I probably need to get some more food in my system. Yeah, yo. Sometimes you don't want to force something, and I am a certain way with my music, and I'm just like I think. I mean, it's cool, but I wanted something else for the chorus. Unless I do like expressive strings on it, it's getting cold. I mean, at least I got my verse written, but and the verse is a vibe. Like the verse is a vibe. The beat in that in itself is a vibe, but it's just when it comes to the chorus, I think it was gonna. I add the oscillator. Like I don't want to add the oscillator, but I'm gonna have to add the oscillator on here. So we're gonna change this, and we might use Gladiator instead. You really can't go wrong with Gladiator. Gladiator does have some good stuff. I'm a little bit frustrated too, but we'll see. We'll use a synth on this. Okay. So now that's my baby. That's my second baby. So the first one is the 3S oscillator from Free Loop, and then that's my second baby. That's my second boo thing right there. See if it does what I think I want to do. Yes. Let's see what it does here. Let's see what it does. Let's see. Trying to see, cause I want this to be ultra. I want the quality to be ultra, but I'm gonna actually trim it down. Um, there's no delay, and so okay, Gladiator. So what is this called? This is called the Rectronica MF. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Right. I gotta make it work. Okay. All right. So just finished watching the versus battle. I'm about to go night night, but figured I'd do some more work. I still been trying to like figure out what I'm gonna do with the bridge. Let's see what I got. I don't even remember. So I don't think that's gonna actually flow with this, but let's see. figure out what I'm gonna do. I might just leave it alone. I might just leave it alone, y'all. I might just leave it alone. I might just leave it alone. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it simple, cause the chorus is gonna be in there. So I probably might do more stuff within the verse or whatever, and see what happens there. So let's see what I got here. That might be on there. I might let that slide. Okay, so I might add a reverb to it. So it can blend in a little bit better. Let's see what we'll do. I don't like that, so I'm gonna replace that with the classic one. I really like that. There's gonna be a lot of stuff. I got an idea. Maybe cut it right there. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. So I keep it pretty simple, but I'm trying to push it back a little bit. See what Because if I do it like that, then I'm gonna end up changing this. All right. We Now, something I want to mess with here, we they talked about this in school, is the pre-delay. So you kind of want it to have like the reverb come in like a little bit afterwards, like a little bit. So here, oh my goodness, I might change that because just the way it ends. Lord Jesus, that's sexy. That is sexy. I think I want to cut off what it says. No te imaginas. We're gonna duplicate this and we're gonna make a difference. So this is at 80. So we're gonna put this at, yeah, and this is why I was saying that you gotta zoom in. Watch. I wanted to be loud like that. So let's bring that back. Oh snap. Is that why? There's no way. There's no way. I want y'all to see this. Don't. I didn't think it was gonna start like that. It starts there initially. Let's. Oh Jesus. Let's reset that and set it like that and save it. Let's close it out. There's no way that should have did that. Okay, so I think I'm done. I made some changes to the intro, and I made it shorter. It just plays like a part of the chorus and goes immediately into the verse. So I'm still doing some mixing, but I think I'm gonna give my ears a rest and then wake up tomorrow and then listen to it, see how I feel about it. Yeah, it's time for me to go to bed. So I add the drums, the toms real quick just to give it something different. So it's a different vibe. So it's not just trap. So I manually added drums and the toms to it. So that's kind of like in the background. So I'm trying to create some distance and some space. Because the goal is to try to get my vocals right in the middle, to where I probably won't need a lot of reverb because there's stuff going on already. So I kind of like make it easy to sit in the mix. So I'm still rapping here. There's not gonna be no real echo, it's just me rapping. Not a lot of reverb, at least I don't think so. And then when I go into the chorus, that's when you had it up. So this is actually still the verse. So I think I'm gonna turn on the strings. And I brought the actual beat. Now I actually brought the beat in with the bass and everything. Oops. With the bass and everything. So that's the actual song, but it's still transposed sample down. And it stops like that. Alright, what's good? Finally, I actually finished the track. I'm actually about to get started recording. I'm actually about to warm up some tea, and we'll see how this goes. Because what I wrote was, it was initially supposed to be a verse. And then I was like, oh, this could be a chorus. I'm a bit concerned about it not turn out the way I want it to, because here's the thing. You want to write, when it comes to songwriting, you want to write a really good hook that's catchy. Now, this particular song is not going to be the type of song that women want to bump to. It's going to be the song that brothers are going to ride to, because, you know, especially the brothers are like, man, you know, it's some good dudes out there. If you let every woman tell you that ain't, but there's a lot of good brothers out there. And it's almost like an anthem for the brothers. And in a sense, it's almost like a When You Think of Me type song by Eric Benet. You know, even though Eric Benet cheated on Halle Berry. Apparently, Eric Benet was in a relationship with somebody else at one point, at least according to the song. When You Think of Me came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. I think it was called A Day in the Life. That was the name of the album by Eric Benet. And basically, in that song, he was basically, hello, baby, how you been? Great to see your face again. Right? So I love that song. I always love that song. But basically, he tells her in the song, this chick comes back around when she basically treated him like trash, belittled him, made him feel small, made him feel insignificant. Water. I'm just getting some water. Made him feel insignificant, and then like left my dude, right? And then when, you know, things weren't going right for her, she came back around, and he was like, oh, no, you didn't. You thought I was gonna be hopeless and sad and depressed because you left me, and you thought that I was still gonna be here. And I done moved on, and I done found me an amazing chick, and she's a blessing to me, and she appreciates me, she respects me as a man. Truth be told, I'm gonna tell y'all something about this alpha thing. Truth be told, what people think are alpha is not alpha. And this is in reference to the red pill. I thought about things biblically speaking, and I talked to my homeboy Azariah about this maybe like a year and a half ago in reference to being red pill. Being red pill does not mean that you're this personified alpha dude where you're getting all the chicks and you're smashing them, and you're treating them like trash. But you don't realize, because you're using them. You're just using them for sex. That's not being an alpha male. I need y'all to get that. That's not being an alpha male. It's really not. It's not being an alpha male. It's low key, whether you realize it or not. You're just as much as a simp at these dudes that you call betas. Think about that. You might not, it may not feel like it. You're like, I don't want these chicks for nothing. I run this, I run that. My mindset is like this. No, you're just as much as a simp as these betas. If you think you're an alpha male that's going out here pumping and dumping on these chicks. Like you think you're not a simp, and you think you're not a beta male, but you are operating as one. You know why? And I'm gonna tell you why. Because scripture talks about how a man is supposed to be a husband to one wife. Because this, you still take the risk of getting trapped by a chick. There's a guy in the book of Proverbs where it's a young man that it was actually Lemuel, King Lemuel. It was most likely his father or his mother that actually recalled this conversation that actually told him this story. But he said, I remember being on a rooftop chilling, and I saw this young man in the middle of the street, like in the middle of the night on you know what I'm saying, in the streets with his homeboys. Sees this bad looking shorty, but her husband's gone, right? And she says, yo, I did this and I did this, and I've been looking for somebody like you all my life. Come and get in these guts. And so my man did it. And so he said, man, he didn't realize that her footsteps lead to hell. What you don't understand for those so-called brothers that think they're alpha male when they're out there pumping and dumping is that these same women that you pumping and dumping on, their footsteps can lead you to hell whether you realize it or not. They don't have to trap you, but if you're following a certain if you're following a certain path, that path is going to just lead you to hell anyways. So how you being an alpha if you're being, what it said in the book of Proverbs, like he was being led away like a sheep to the slaughterhouse. How you an alpha male if you being led like a sheep to the slaughterhouse? All right, so gonna be recording my hooks and stuff now. So I sat and worked on the hook some more because I didn't like it. I needed to make it really like a hook. So that's what I'm gonna be. That's what I got now. So it's pretty simple and straightforward. I'm moving on with my life. I found the one that's just right. You can't imagine what it feels like. We're finna grow together now. God had it figured out. You can't imagine what it feels like. You can't imagine what it feels like. All right, here we go. You can't imagine what it feels like. Yeah, I think that did it right there. I think that's straight. So now I'm gonna listen to it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna actually go into the verse. Verse is really simple. I'm not gonna do no ad libs, nothing like that. No yes, no uns. It's a singy rap thingy, and we're gonna leave it like that. I was just going over my verse. A couple things I had to tweak, but it's actually towards the other, the third, fourth of my verse. So I'm gonna be doing a singy rap thingy, and it's gonna be really monotone. So I'm actually gonna add auto tune to it intentionally, just because of that, because I'm singing a certain way. But when I actually like sing, I think I'm gonna throw another track on there. But I do have another track. I'm gonna add another. Well, got another track where I'm gonna actually like sing. Here we go. She came out the blow. I'm like, who are you? Super baddie dag, but she modest too. She could be a supermodel, but she stay in school. I do got my other part of the bridge. Well, not the bridge, the chorus, the call and response for the chorus. I got that part, so I'm about to actually get started recording that right now. So, yeah, we're gonna get to that, and I'll be done for tonight. I'm not gonna be singing no high notes. I'm gonna keep it in the pocket because I'm thinking like I want brothers to sing the song, even if they don't sing it like out loud. They by themselves, they sing it like, yo, I'm finna turn up. I got married. I got me a good chick. I want them to have stuff like that to where it's like, I'm deserving of a good woman, especially if you're a good brother. You should be able to say that and people not make it seem like you in pride. You know what I mean? Like talking to you guys in the video. Let's see. It's me. Nah, I don't want y'all to hear all that. It's me with no intention, no stressing. You.
It's me with no intention, no stressing. You were over.
I like that. Just keep it simple. Actually, I'm gonna silence that. With no intention, no stressing. So I want to make sure we get this stressing part. With no intention, no stressing. Ain't with the fussing and fighting, but that's a part of the process. Ain't with the fussing and fight, but that's a part of the process. Yeah, we gotta hold Ain't that with the fussing, but that's a part of the process. Here we go. You can't imagine what it feels like. It sounds good. You can't imagine what it feels like. Hold on. Because I want you to hear my harmony. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just 4 part, but I want you to hear it. You can't imagine what it feels like. I gotta fix that because I was actually kind of pitchy right there. You can't imagine what it feels like. So I was trying to keep it straight. So I had to make sure I had to like breathe correctly. I just wanted y'all to hear that, cause my God. No. Let's go to the very beginning, cause it's a vibe. Like I was thinking like, should I say something there? No, cause I'm thinking about. Now this is weird because I'm thinking about hip hop and I'm thinking about R&B and I'm thinking about how hip hop and R&B was a certain way in the 2000s, probably leading into 2010. R&B and hip hop had this certain sound. It was smooth, but it was gritty, and let me change that. It was smooth, but it was gritty. You know what I'm saying? But it had so much soul. So on certain beats, I can technically just let the beat ride right here. You know what I mean? And then just go into the verse. But I was just like, it felt like something needed to be there. And what I didn't want to do, you know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to the shorty. I mean, people do their own remixes. And like I heard that on Loom. And I was like, just get to the song. But when people are rapping, that's different. And I get it. You got to have the voice to do something like that. And you have to say the right things. Doing a singy thing on the chorus, right? But then on the verse, I'm actually doing like a rap singy. So it's like, is this the same person? It sounds like it's the same person. Let's play this. Shout out to Victor Manuel. He's originally from the Bronx. He's Puerto Rican, I believe. Here we go. You can't imagine what it feels like. I'm gonna fix that part. You can't imagine what it feels like. I'm gonna play a little piece of this. She came out the blow. I'm like, who are you? Super baddie dad, but she body's tough. She can be a supermodel, but she status quo. You know them fine nurses on IG, she gon' best it up. Look at the pro, they can see that I'm smiling. My bad. Let's bring that back. Cause I want you to hear this. She came out the blow. I'm like, who are you? Super baddie dad, but she modest tough. She can be a supermodel, but she status quo. You know them fine nurses on IG, she gon' best it up. Look at the pro, they can see that I'm smiling. There ain't no simp in my bloodstream. And I wanted the beat to be soulful, so it has that neo soul vibe. Yeah, my shorty a little bit of lo-fi. Sometimes she gets on my nerves, but that's a part of the process. Spicy ain't sexy at all. Ain't with the fuss and the fight and dysfunction. Ain't really love, just in the demons colliding. Some people say I deserve her. I say I'm willing to serve her. Reciprocates all my efforts, cause she just wanna do better. Oh shit. I'm just gonna figure out life for the most part. So yeah. Stay tuned. But in case yeah. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna cut this off and I'm gonna get back to work here.